Yo, it's Inaki FX here, man. Just here with another little breakdown. This is Monday, right after my GJ and Gold and US30 breakdown. So today's Monday, and we're just gonna talk about what happened. You know, um, I'm gonna show some other stuff for like my funded accounts. Kind of show you guys a little bit of transparency about like where I'm at in my trading journey. I probably won't do it in this video. I might do it in the next one. So just be kind of on the lookout for that, right? Um, yeah. So yeah, if you guys remember on gold, we we had these areas marked out, right? We had these areas marked out. We had a counter trend line. We had our breakout, and then we also had our intermediate zones. We had our order demand zone and our supply zone. Well, demand and supply zone. I'm sorry. And so we had those marked out, right? With that, we were able to kind of figure out where prices wanted to go. And then over here, we had some key areas to look for, right? We had clear areas to look for. It's probably not even gonna fucking show. Damn, quality's terrible, but see if that make it a little bit better. Not really. Um, we'll just make it blue again. And then we'll just make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, so right there, right? Right there we had an area of liquidity, right? We had an area of liquidity right there. Then we also had another area of liquidity right here. Try to make that one a little bit bigger too. Okay, so we had these two big areas of liquidity, right? So pre-market on Sunday and Saturday, we were looking at these things and like, okay, one out of two things gonna happen, right? It's definitely going for liquidity grab, but where? Where in the which area is it going for? It's kind of like the main questions. So we anticipating a liquidity grab, right? My issue is that I get caught up in the short term, not the long term, and that's where my problem is at, right? That's where I have a lot of issues. It's because I have a solid long term plan, long term objective. Um, those objectives are always met. It's just that I catch myself in drawdown and I try to cut my losses, even though they're going to be winners. If that makes sense, right? So that's kind of my issue, and that's what I am working on currently, right? But for gold, played out to a T, right? Played out to a F and T. Um, so here we have our two. Can't really see this, but over here we have our deep retractions. Oh my gosh, I deep rejection. I'm sorry guys, I just got off of work. Okay, just got off of work. By the way, I got the Jujutsu Kaisen shirt on. Shit, fire. Anyway, so we got our huge rejection off of our supply zone. So we had this one marked out, right? Then we had our counter trend and our breakout trend line. We had both of those two marked out. All right, can't really see that, but it's here. I promise you, it's here. See, okay, boom, you can see it now. All right, so boom, those are the two we had, right? Then of course, we had our handy dandy fib. You had to throw out the handy dandy fib. Let me be honest with you guys, right? I used to, when I first started trading, right? I used to watch No Nonsense Forex, right? And he was pretty good on a lot of things, right? But for me, what I found out is that he was actually not really helping my progress, if that makes sense. Like, he helps you as a trader, right? A long-term trader, right? I'm looking for more of a short-term trader, figuring out, let me get my feet wet, let me get some profits, let me learn, and then let me, develop a better way of trading later on down the line, right? And so for no nonsense forex, he's not really like that. He looks for the long term right off the bat. Now don't get me wrong, the long term is good. Is always good, is always better than the short term. But at the end of the day, I'm in here to make money, right? I'm not in here to play around for 7 years, 8 years, 9 years. No, I want to make money. This is why I'm in this, right? I have a passion for it. I love it. I want to teach it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to move away from it, right? And so then I see these people, trading price action, and I was like, well, people buying Lamborghinis and they're buying, houses and all types of stuff. Price action has to work. You know what I'm saying? It just has to work, because if it didn't work, then I know you make money with selling courses, but I'm sure that there is some bit of money that has been made, right? And if I can just figure out how that some bit of money is being made, I can refine it, and I can change it to where it's long term working for me, right? So that's why I decided to pick up price action. So in the combination of price action and fundamental analysis, you actually have a solid trading plan, bro. And it's something that's overlooked a little bit, because people think that indicators are the way to go, at least from the crowd that I was coming from. And that just sometimes it's just not the right way to go, right? So that's just a little bit about me and my spiel. More of the stories, you gotta find out what works for you. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta find out what works for you. So over here, right? The day started off, as you can see, it's bearish. We are bearish to the ground for some. We are very bearish. We have a combination of why we're bearish. We have a bunch of different things, the reason why we're bearish. But the main thing that I think we were bearish for this day was because price was really seeking those liquidity levels. These two main liquidity levels, I think price is really seeking on terms of price action. In terms of fundamental analysis, we have a lot of developing stuff going on overseas that maybe could have contributed to this, And then when you go over here and we look at the US30, we see that we had a green day on the US30. And then we see over here on the dollar, we had a pretty substantial day, right? We kind of ended off where we started, but it retraced from being for being down here in the gutter, basically, to coming up here to finishing off at a, not the peak, but finishing off at a pretty good price above what we started at. So from there, from those understandings of what was going on in the market, I kind of got into like some buys and sales with gold, and I kind of just effed it all up. So what I'm figuring out about gold, right, is that it's better to be more in line of your overall daily bias or your overall bias. It's better to do that versus getting a counter trend for a quick little grab. So for example, for me, right, in my playbook, I have certain scenarios where I can scalp. All right, I can scalp, grab a couple pips when it's going in the opposite direction of where I want it to go. So for example, here, let me zoom it in, guys, so you guys can really actually see it. Right here. So, for example, right here is kind of where I started looking for more of my scalpel method to see if I can get some quick grabs up, because if I get some quick grabs up, I know it's going to retest this gray zone, this first gray zone here. If it breaks through these gray zones, then I know that this is validated to where it grabbed the liquidity it was looking for. Now we're going back on the way up. But where I got chopped up at, because I'm an idiot, and it's so much harder trading at work than it is trading here on the desk, right? I would get into these setups, and it would immediately go my way, right? It would go my way. But then I would wait for it to test a certain area. And when it would test that certain area, it would reject, right? It would reject crazy. My issue is that, I don't know if you guys know this or not, I'm maybe dropping a little jewel here, a little gem, is that majority of the time when you have support and resistance zones drawn up on your line, right? Majority of the time, those zones are tested, right? Okay, cool. How do you know where the line is tested at, where it's going to be, rejected or whatever? What I found out is taking the range of the actual zone, 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, it rejects off of the fair value of the zone. Now, I don't know if that kind of, I hope you guys got that. So, for example, right, we'll take this section right here. You guys can't really fucking see it. I'm so sorry. Like the video, subscribe so I can get some money and start doing this shit full time. All right, here we are. All right, so from right here, we're just going to take this little bit right here, and then I'll show you guys what I mean by how it happens, right? So 9 times out of 10, price is going to reject off of your premium, or not your premium, your fair value gap, or sometimes you can get a deep retracement of the zone into your premium gap, right? So our premium quarters right here and right here are our premium quarters. This right here is kind of more of our fair value to discount, and this is our discount. All right, so from gold right here, just so you can see, we had, first of all, when we were on our downward trend, we had a lot of bearish momentum, right? So it's really hard for the market to stop the bearish momentum. But when it did approach a gap, or when it did approach a zone, it did show some signs of resistance or support. It did do that. And where did it do that at? It reached for our discount, and then it shot back up and closed. Same thing here. Reached for our discount, shot back up and closed, reversed intersection for a minute, and then continued on the bearish run. It decided that the liquidity, and we want more liquidity, so they got down to the second level. Anyways, back to my original point. With this level, right? With this level right here, right? It rejected off of my premium, right? So I was waiting for that rejection off of my, my premium. I was waiting for that rejection off of my fair value or my discount, right? So I initially never got that. Okay, so in my scalping method, if I want to go counter the trend, I'm going to use my VWAP method, or another method that is not going to be named because that's the sauce. Can't give it up. Anyways, so I initially didn't get, I got my rejection there, right? I got my rejection in my premium. Cool. I'm good to go. Grab me a couple pips. I'm good. Get in and get out, right? But I left the runner on because of the fact that I had a green candle. I had a green candle close, and it just previously grabbed that liquidity, right? So in my mind, what I'm thinking is, okay, it's grabbed that. By the way, this is all on the fly, all on the goddamn fly, right? In my head, processing 5 seconds. I'm working, doing shit, so I'm processing all this stuff on the fly. Not really, sitting down here on the desk, seeing it, processing it, absorbing it. Not happening. Okay, it's just really on my phone, in my head. Okay, boom, boom, A, B, and C, yada yada. So, anyways, I left a runner on, and then I got my green candle closed. I'm like, okay, cool. 9 times out of 10, I'm thinking that we got a true rejection. Prices seek that liquidity. Now we're going to focus on our way back up. Okay, we're going to focus on our way back up, and we're going to go back up for another deep retracement, because we haven't had a really good deep retracement yet. So it's okay, boom, this is perfect time. Let's grab liquidity. We're on our deep retracement. No. It's not what I wanted to do. So I got chopped the fuck up, right? I got chopped up, man. So I jumped back in. I lost like $100, right? On the scalpel method, that literally I gained about 200, lost about another $100, right? Because of that, me and the bonehead not making the right decisions, things of that nature. So, kind of frustrated now at the point. I'm like, God damn it, this shit's annoying. Meanwhile, I'm going, 5 for 5 with GJ. I'm vibing. But gold is like just this beast that I want to slay this damn beast. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to get it and lock in. You feel what I'm saying? So, but Monday worked out to the T. The game plan worked out to the T. I didn't follow through with it, right? So after I took that loss on the scalping method, I kind of just said, you know what, I'm good on gold. Good on gold. Even though I continued to seek liquidity at that second level, I could have hopped in. I didn't. Whatever. Lost out. It is what it is. But played out to the T. Grab the liquidity. Grab the liquidity here. Now I think that we're on our way back up. We might see another deep retracement here, but we're for sure not breaking this 0% level right here. Definitely not happening. If it does break it, it's just to wick it out to trap the sellers to go back higher. That's all it is. Or forsaking, news events that just makes things go crazy or whatever. Whatever it could be. You never know. But from what I believe, from what I think, this is what I'm seeing. This kind of makes sense. Purely off of price action. No fundamentals. We do have news coming up. Right? So we had to take that into account. News coming up. Don't really know what it's going to be. It's durable goods. I think later in the week we have, I think it's GDP, and that's going to be terrible. PCE and spender or personal income. Yeah, so all that stuff might affect it, might not. Hopefully it won't do nothing too crazy. I hope that it is the catalyst though to help us, reach those highs that we were running, those higher highs. Hopefully we have some good news fundamental wise, as in terms of stuff that's going on in the Middle East. Hopefully we have some stuff, to reconcile that stuff to help rebound the market a little bit. So another reason why I had a terrible day, low key. It wasn't a terrible day. I lost. I ended the day with like 135 or negative. It's okay. We're gonna have red days. But another reason, natural gas, bro. Natural gas pisses me off. I love natural gas. Don't get me wrong. Moves to the T, respects zones, purges zones, but always goes back up. Right? Traps the buyers, traps the sellers. We have gaps. We can play off gaps. Yada yada yada. But the fucking spread. It's just ridiculous, bro. I have like a 50 spread with my broker, bro. I'm crying. I am crying. It just doesn't make any sense. Just doesn't make any damn sense. Why do I have a fucking 45 spread? Stupid. But everything played out to the T though. With gas analysis, just straight on point. We have our trend line, counter trend line. Same thing as gold. Same basic structure, same basic template, right? We have all that stuff set up, right? In my playbook, this is always my base. This is my base. If the base isn't working, I have audibles, right? I have audible setups where I incorporate EMAs or, different candlestick patterns, different candlesticks themselves. I'll go to Hikinashi candles. It just depends. It just depends on what is happening, on what is playing out. You know what I'm saying? So I think I ended this natural gas, right? It went the way that I wanted to go. I ended up taking an L because the spread was just too low. I mean, spread was too big, and took an L on that. $20, $45, whatever it was. GJ, my boy, I went stupid on DJ. All right, so again, DJ played directly as I thought I would play. We had a breakout. We had some resistance right here at this zone. We had some resistance right here that caused price to crash, basically. And then we had another slightly pullback at this zone that also caused price to crash. And then on Monday, I was really thinking upon, what's going to happen. What is going to happen Monday? Well, I see that we have this level of liquidity right here. Well, market's probably going to grab that. Guess what it did? It grabbed that. So from there, I just kind of played it safe, man. I bought like right around here. I closed out right around here, this black line. I bought again because it closed aggressively over it. And then we had a little standstill right here on the smaller time frame. Well, not a small time, larger time frame. This is actually a fair value gap. So I bought into it, and then the middle line of the fair value gap, closed it. And then I saw some more breakout structure was coming. Well, not breakout structure. Some more breakout patterns were happening on the lower time frame. And then I saw the fact that the bulls are completely in control, at least for the New York session. So I got back into some more buys right around here, and I got basically up here, closed right here at this candle right here, closed. Let me try to circle it for you guys. I closed right around. Oh my god, are you kidding me, Ian? Close right there, right? And then close right there. And then I saw that price was really breaking through this zone right here. So I just decided to hop in another buy. I was like, you know what? It seems like price wants to keep going. It seems like it wants to retest these highs from last Monday. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get in it, see what's up, see what's happening. And not these highs from last Monday, but these highs from earlier in the week or earlier in the day. It turns it didn't want to do that. So I took an L right there, and then I tried to get into some sales because I'm like, okay, well, 9 times out of 10, price is going to continue to go downwards. Maybe hit for another retracement at one of these key levels, these key zones where we had a lot of support and a lot of resistance. Above it was support, below it was resistance. So I'm like, all right, let me just go down here. Nope, stupid. It actually retraced back up, retested this zone, and now it's just now going on its downward trend. But at the time, it was the end of the day. I was worried about swap fees. I was worried about a lot of different stuff. So I just took it on that. But game plan, working out. It's going to the T. Going to the T. Everything's working out to the T. You know, it's just simple little nuanced things that I have to get in control of up here. You know, and hopefully stuff will start taking off for me, so I don't have to work. I can just focus on trading and things of that nature. And then hopefully giving you guys, you know, gems or whatever you, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want. And so US30, right? US30 was a weird day. I didn't trade at all today. So quite frankly, I really don't have a lot to talk about on it. I knew that initially it wasn't going to go in the way that I wanted to. I maybe wanted to have a little more of a deeper retracement around here, this level at our 38.27% level. I was maybe looking for a little bit deeper, as in the halfway gap right here. I didn't get that, so I kind of didn't trade it. I really didn't look at it too well, but it definitely went down there. It did retrace a little bit. Definitely could have gotten to some buys and rode that wave up back here to this level, but didn't happen. Didn't take a trade. Ultimately, I think it is retracing back up to this initial order block, and then we also have other higher highs right here that it needs to account for. That I do definitely think that it wants to retrace back to. So we just kind of have to wait it out and see what's happening for the week with the news and things of that nature. I don't know if you guys maybe looked, but the NAS is going. It's in the shutter right now, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Pretty bad. So it's pretty bad down there. So you are, guys. That's my breakdown for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, just, you know, hit me up on TikTok or Instagram or anything like that. I haven't really been posting on Instagram. Kind of been tired, swamped out, boy. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, share, subscribe if you want. Have a cool comment. I'm always open up to criticism. And yeah, man. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.